not your unconscious attention. Your unconscious attention will bring identity to it. But your conscious attention, this is bringing the light of presence to it. And whatever presence is touching, then somehow it is having some effect on that. Like turning base metal into gold. The process of alchemy. Turning base metal into gold. Turning pain into peace. How do we turn pain into peace? By fully meeting it with our own conscious, aware presence. You begin to feel the vibration of pain in the body. You begin to feel it. You are invited to just bring your attention there and just meet it without losing your own conscious awareness. It's almost like the pain becomes the fuel for your own presence to burn more brightly. For some people, when they fully begin to embrace their humanness in the way that you're speaking now at this point, you don't need more books. You don't need to study about this. You know, am I doing it right? No. Put the books down. Now you're fully studying yourself. And for me, this is an incredibly, it's a radical shift, because you're no longer learning about spirituality. You're no longer visualizing it. You're no longer trying to remember it. But within present moment awareness, you are meeting yourself as you are. And for me, that is the most authentic meeting. It's not about later. It's not about trying to get somewhere. It's not about creating some altered state of consciousness. It's about being still with what is. And there is a maturity in that. And there is a deep, there is a deep maturity in that. Because you're no longer on the spiritual bandwagon, chasing the highs. Like, where's my next bliss hit coming from? Where's my next bliss hit coming from? No, bliss hit come and go. Bliss is beautiful. And in fact, sometimes we need these periods of feeling a lot of bliss, because it very much encourages us in our path. It encourages us to stay on the path and progress. Because if it was all just, damn hard work, every day you sat on the cushion, you would probably give up. You would probably think, gosh, I've seen Muji and he doesn't look like that. He looks happy. He doesn't, every time I sit on the cushion, I'm like that. So it can't be like that. But more like, okay, now there is a kind of bliss. When bliss is there, enjoy. But if pain is there, then also have the same attitude. Have the same attitude. And then something inside you is going to go beyond these dualities of bliss and pain. You're going to go beyond these. Because here I'm not trying to make any promises of special experiences. I'm not trying to create special experiences. I'm trying to liberate you from what you think you are. This to me is far greater, because that will be everlasting. That will not come to an end. whereas a bliss will come to an end. And I was sharing that there was a time I was in a lot of bliss, like you were saying, and I just had like a permanent grin on my face like this. and like the chi was kind of so high, and I was like this. And I just wake up in the morning wired up, you know, like that. And I was thinking, gosh, I hope this calms down. Because it was a little bit unnatural. You know, the postman knocks on the door in the morning with a delivery, and it's 7 o'clock in the morning, I'm like that. Good morning! So something have to, again, calm down, and rebalance. And again, come back into natural state. What is natural state? What is natural state? It is the underlying state. It is the underlying state. It is the state that doesn't require practice. It doesn't require effort. It doesn't require holding on to. It doesn't require maintaining. It is here by itself. And a sage, an awake being, they have come to rest in natural state. They are resting in natural state. Maybe from the outside they look very ordinary. You know, I saw Eckhart Tolle. He came in a room, shuffled at the back, was looking like this, and kind of shuffled awkwardly to the front. You know, that isn't how we've been taught to walk in. We've been taught to walk into a room, you know, puff our chest up and keep your chin high, and Eckhart, you kind of look frightened. He sat on a stool at the front, like this, looked around like this for about, you know, half an hour, and then said, "You're probably wondering why I'm not saying anything." He said, "I don't know what to say." That is what he said. 2,000 people there in London. 2,000 people. Some people at this point got up and left. But when you know what is natural state, then you say, wow, isn't that beautiful? He came in, he was feeling a bit shy, and he just shuffled in and sat quietly. Undefended innocence. Undefended innocence. You know? But if we are still heavily identified with mind, then mind is going to have a lot of judgment about that. It's going to say, look at that, you know, didn't even prepare anything. Didn't prepare. He must have had time to prepare something. He must have known he was coming to London. Why didn't he prepare anything? But in one way, you have to be able to bear it that people are going to misunderstand you. You have to be able to bear it that people are going to judge you. You have to be able to bear it that people are just going to just take it the wrong way. It's like your silence for some people is going to be misinterpreted as kind of, you know, indifference. Or like you don't care, or like you know, you're not interested in them. Can you bear it? Can you be true to yourself even when disappointing another? Can you be true to the realization even when another will think, what are you doing? I don't understand. Say, look, I don't understand either, but I'm just honouring my own being. Actually, I don't really understand it either, but there is another power inside of me, and all I'm doing is honouring that. Where it's going, what the final, I don't know anything about that. I don't know anything about that. All I know is that this power somehow has announced itself here in the heart, and all I am doing is honouring it. All I am doing is honouring it. And that's a beautiful thing, really. That you are honouring something other than a kind of what the world has programmed us to honour. You are honouring your inmost self. And that is true self-respect. That is true self-respect.